new, spanking, amazing, mind blowing,
What's that?
3-body problem.
Yes, 3-body problem. Just let me just do this now while we have the
You got the
chance. I got the book. I got the book.
3-body problem. This is the first one,
Yeah, that's the very first one, based on season 1 of the series that just came out.
Oh my god, bruh.
Guy, I'm going to devour this shit.
This is a book.
How many pages?
I was like, this is a book.
Oh, yeah, you did, yeah.
400 and
452 or so.
434.
434. Let's say a month.
When you are done,
I'll pass it over.
pass it over, man.
That show, it was so incredible. I had to get the book.
You know what? You know what's compelling? Feels like this is what it is.
Honestly,
this is totally what it is. You find yourself compelled to explore that world.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, it's a very genuine world. You know, and you know the crazy thing is, it is like the before of a post-apocalyptic. It's a pre-apocalyptic movie, in my opinion.
Yes, that's it right there.
And
before the shit
before
hits the fan.
And most apocalyptic movies, they usually start with the shit has already hit the fan.
Yeah.
And then maybe while you're watching it, you would have glimpses of the past and everything. And they are always very vague on what caused the stuff. And some you are very sure, okay, this is the virus and all of that, blah, blah, blah. And okay, now we see that human race is going to be eliminated by this alien force coming. I think, from the way I say it, from the start, they pretty much, what they've been doing was trying to find who humans are from the start.
That's like the way the show started. People just killing themselves randomly. You know, we didn't understand what was going on, but then they started trying to understand humans. That's what you're trying to say, yeah?
Yeah,
trying to understand us from the jump.
From the jump, they just, keep acting like, I don't understand that. And, and my guy was just spilling and spilling and spilling. I'm just like, this guy doesn't even know. Anyways.
Which guy?
What's his name? The guy that was talking to the Santi.
Exactly. Like, he was telling them our stories, and us human beings, normally we understand, as we're growing up, we understand things through stories. But there was also the use of the helmets. Do you know, it's now just realizing this shit? What better way to understand humans than how to monitor their brain in real time of the smartest people on the planet?
But now, the thing is, okay, obviously they had the cell phones, what's going on.
Yeah, we'll get to the cell phones.
But, like, 3-body problem is so expansive, and in a way, you would not even get the scope. The scope is so broad that you would not be able to even get it at first. Like, when I started watching it, I was thinking, okay, this VR game they're playing, okay, this is what it is. Okay,
I thought that was going to be it, man. I was trying to understand it. Yeah.
But then again, when the stuff started to happen, I totally forgot about the beginning. I totally forgot that all of this happened before.
That people were killing themselves.
It was just so
to type timestamps on the wall.
Bro, it was just so that I totally forgot all of that. I was now focused on what was going on and what is going to happen. That was what my mind was now.
Where is this going to?
I was like, this is just mind-boggling and mind-blowing. And I started it like towards like evening, and I completed it the next day. I was like, I didn't want to sleep.
Guy, you went for it like fully. You was like full sense the show.
Like I did not go in expecting, like, I had checked the ratings and I'm seeing 7 point something on.
It was even lower than that at first,
and I was like, why that low? But then again, I was like, I'm a man of faith, and I'm going into this with faith. it can't be that bad. First of all, it looks extremely good from what
Right
I'm
from
seeing.
the first teaser.
Do you
trailer,
know?
man.
I'm
Yeah.
like, even from the teaser, I'm not going to lie, I didn't understand what was
I
going
wasn't too impressed. I actually thought it was going to be a comedy because of this guy Sam from
on. So
Game of Thrones.
I
Yeah,
don't even know what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Like, I did not understand what the trailer was about.
Mm.
But when I started watching it, I still did not understand what was going on until it started happening, and I was just like, no way. It's so good, man.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much stuff that we can talk about from that movie that we can't even begin. The cool thing is, while we were watching it, we're on Twitter,
Just dropping our thoughts.
and there were just so many people that felt similar way to us.
Yeah,
And it was just,
and we went viral for a bit, which is surprising.
It's still even.
It's still going up. Like too many retweets, bookmarks, likes. It's just sometimes
even
when news
Three Body
shows.
Problem even commented on it.
Yeah, even Three Body like
the
famous
accounts.
guys.
No, like for me,
Mm.
it's how I've always been. Just whenever I'm watching something, like the quickest thing to do is just go on Twitter and just ask my question, and you find like-minded people who also feel the same way about
It's like
what you're watching.
journaling in real time and in front of everyone.
Yeah,
and I like that a lot of people were watching this show. It's so evident.
and it's so crazy. I didn't know a lot of people were watching at that moment because it was
Usually
just early at that. Like it just dropped
that
period.
day
Yeah,
that we tweeted,
and I was like shocked that people were watching it at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked.
Usually people don't really hop on shows like that, but then we have over 200,000 of you retweeting our posts and all that. That's freaking epic. This show is like a high concept sci-fi show. If you love shit like that, I don't know, what will you compare it to? What would I compare it to?
Nothing.
Nothing. No, not even compare. Like, I don't, because what I called Dune, I was like, Dune is a movie at scale. I'd say this is a show at scale because there's just reach. There's just a place it's going to that you can't even see with your own mind.
Yeah,
it's so crazy. And then the things the show tackles, like I remember you texted me that time I hadn't reached where you had reached, and you were like, "Man, religion." That's what you said.
I'm sorry, but it was similar to
Big
religion, 100%. That is how I saw it. I don't know if that's the way you saw it. I didn't tweet about that, but the way
blind faith,
like it was. Oh my god! The way Jonathan Price, the Mike Evans guy, was like, the Santi is his god,
our Lord.
Yeah, and he has found his cult of people following him who also believe the same thing. It's happening because they let it happen.
Yeah,
kind of vibe, which is religion. Like, and you question nothing. You just let it what it is.
The Lord will protect us. If the Lord wouldn't let it happen if it wasn't part of his plans.
Oh my God.
Judgment Day was entirely a metaphor
there was
for Noah's Ark.
There was so much I could see in that Judgment Day. The religion aspect of it. It's a ship. It's
come and save us. That's another thing that pissed me off. Like the pomposity of these people to decide for the whole of humankind that
it's just one person.
It's just one person. And then she has her allies. That, oh God.
But
no way.
The thing is, another thing you should understand was, this was just, I think, just after the atomic bomb was used.
Was it just after, or the Chinese?
It was pretty much. Yeah, it was pretty much just after, because they were talking about when they wanted to behead her father, when they beat her father up. When Jay's father, they were talking about, he's a physicist and he's like all of that. So it was just before then. Anybody would be scared that the world is ending soon because of all of that, power and all of that. I would understand where she was coming from, but that was a very selfish.
It was, man.
In my opinion, I wouldn't like. Yo, they are warning you. It's not like they don't warn you.
They told
you
her first,
warned.
though. Don't pick up. Don't answer.
See, you're lucky that I'm the one that answered now. If someone else, my guy say, come and save us. I'm just like, save what?
I wish we could find that could even be a plot twist in the future. The person that told her do not answer. He could come and like try and help them. I don't know yet.
Yeah, that's one thing. And but their world is crazy, man. The 3-body, the whole thing is. That's why their own advancement in technology is slower, but it's still light years ahead of us. Yeah. Because a full population can just go.
Yeah.
And the new ones that come will have to now start trying to get. Like, that's how crazy it is.
Man.
It is wild.
So they started before us, but they've gone so far despite being eradicated through all chaotic eras and stuff. It's actually, I'm just Googling because the three-body problem is an actual physics theory.
Yeah.
The three-body problem is a centuries-old physics question that puzzled Isaac Newton. It describes the orbit of 3 bodies, like planets or stars, trapped in each other's gravity. The problem is unsolvable and led to the development of chaos theory. Isaac Newton just sat down and was like, let me look for the hardest thing that's going to boggle my mind till death. And they came up with the 3-body problem. And that's like the whole... That's where the inspiration for this show stemmed from. What's his name? Xixing Louis. Forgive me if I'm butchering that name. But yeah, that's where the whole inspiration stemmed from. And then we had some scientists try and solve it in the simulation, the show is just clever. Okay, now can we talk about the soul phones? I don't know, man. What I really love about apocalyptic movies is you can just... There's no chance it will happen, but you can see its basis in reality. Like, NASA is sending messages out there. Elon Musk is trying to get us to Mars and whatnot. What if we actually contact an elite race, and they come to Earth and this is the technique that they want to take? And funny how they even gave the aliens handicaps. We don't progress as fast as you guys. We get wiped out every now and then. But they'll still mess us up,
Yeah.
It's crazy. Just messing with physics. What if all of Earth's physics was wrong?
That's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is, do you believe that we should be sending messages out there? You saw the joke that Yoinje was when she spoke with Saul.
It's not a joke.
That was just so many things. You are in this small earth, stay there quietly, do your thing. You don't have to broadcast it to the whole world. And that's pretty much what they did.
Yeah.
And someone picked it up, and then God came and he hit him.
How did she say? Don't play with God?
Yeah. He came and hit him in the nuts, and then the angels laughed at him and said, "We told you before, do not play with God."
Do not play with God. It's such a clever show. I also like the way they wrapped in the human side of things. So Will dying, the relationships that they had, family, all that type of stuff. It was actually well executed.
Yeah,
I won't lie.
I think Will had more. He has more to play in the future. There's no way. I feel something.
Do you feel he will actually...
I've not read the books. Those that have read the books obviously don't tell us, but
yeah, do not tell us, please, in the comments.
I know somehow that something somehow. In as much as I when the Santi were talking to Wade, and they said, we would have loved to meet him. So that means obviously it's not going to get to them.
Yeah.
But still, I just feel something. Maybe another race or something. I just
Pick him up
because they broadcasted to everybody.
Yeah.
It's not just only one. They were like the Santi was just the first, and another rich man had just found us quietly and not even saying anything.
Just coming
quietly. You just wake up one day and you find them here, and they might even be closer than the Santi, or they might be farther away, or whatever it is.
Kree shapeshifters.
They might already be in.
Yeah.
Like, what was that guy's name? What's the name? The girl that was doing most of the hits, the one that killed Jack and
Tatiana.
Like, she seems very overpowered. I don't even know what that is.
I don't believe that shit, but just accept it. Let's accept it. That
like,
they
she's
wanted
not
her to
doing
look
anything.
cool.
She's not doing anything like a normal human being. It's two things. Who was she before she became Santi religious or whatever? What is she capable of? But she's human. She looks human. Another thing I was now saying is, how did they get those, the headsets here to Earth? How
exactly? Who's manufacturing them?
Was it just a normal thing they just created? Normal, just just create it. Don't worry about the tech.
But
just create it and let's have this. No, they created it on Earth. Just create it. Let's have this. Just create the headset. Put so and so. We have our cell phones. We sent it in months ago or whatever, and they are or whatever. I don't know how they're doing it. How they're obviously, how are they even connect? How are they talking to David? How are they talking to him? Like, how are they talking to him? Like, all of these things.
A faster way to communicate.
A faster way to communicate. And so all of these things are, I don't even know if Winjay even knew that they were communicating like that.
Who, David? And she probably did. At first we thought that he was the main guy. The next thing
that thing shocks me.
Plot twist, man.
I was like,
oh, no way.
Because then I was asking, like, this guy just came to this girl's, like her burial. How did they even know each other, and everything?
I was thinking, she was her father, though.
Her father, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually what came to my mind. Maybe I saw him this guy is her father.
I thought maybe she was helping him work on something, and I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, such a smart people everywhere, man. It's just like smart people were the focus of this. They didn't show us like any dumb person, like dumb quote unquote.
The group of people. Like, at first, I was even thinking, like, they were kind of carefully selected by what's her name?
Santi.
Not Santi, Winjay's daughter. Like, she knew all of this thing was gonna happen. So, like, the daughter, like, she told her daughter found smart people, brought all of them together, kept some with her, Saul was still with her, the rest of them went to do their own thing, and all of that. Like, she was kind of grooming them to, somehow prepare for the Santi. But then that was just like, it was just wasted. She was just wasted already, and
honestly,
everybody's
elite. Everybody's good at their job, especially Wade. You will love Wade or you hate him. You either really love Wade or you really hate him. I'm on the really love Wade camp.
Yeah, I like him. This guy, he's very consistent. Like,
very. He doesn't stray from the path.
Not even Wade now. I'm talking about, like, Mike Evans. In Game of Thrones, it was similar. Religious man, just trying to... My guy is very consistent. Even here, he's doing the same thing.
No way. Yeah.
And then we have Sir Davos.
Sir Davos, who is Wade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wade. Oh, he looks so good in his suits.
Yeah. Definitely looking very different from Game of Thrones. But, yeah, he's a very decisive man. He doesn't have time to dilly-dally and... or more. What they did to him on that plane. Damn.
Man, I wish they had. I told you. I wish they had dropped it.
At that moment, my guy, there's no way you tell me he wasn't scared. My guy would be like, "Oh boy."
But as he always says, "Fuck him."
My guy, he would be like, "Nah." If it's me at that moment, I don't even know what I'm going to do. And the crazy thing is, they know what you're going to do next.
Yeah,
how you're going to do it.
So
this whole wall facer thing is very.
You're a wall facer. I'm not a wall facer. Boy, yeah.
I was just crazy. Like, my guy doesn't want to be but he is it. He doesn't know that he can't even say no to it. Because even when he says no,
everybody's like, we know. Good one.
They're still there, like they're still doing everything. Like I don't even know how the wall facers are supposed to perform their duties. Because whatever they have conceived in their mind, how are they going to implement it?
They have to release it one day. How are they going to implement it one day? Exactly. I feel,
and even they have to tell someone, this is what you need to do, blah blah blah, and all of that.
What's Wade thinking? Because when he came out of the mansion, he was like, I'm thinking of a number from 1 to 1,000 to 999. What do you think it is? And they were like, we don't know. He was like, yeah they don't know too. And he just came up with wall facer plan. I don't know why I feel it's a diversion in my mind. I don't see it working out unless in some twisted way,
I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do.
It's the setup for season 2, man. There's a definite setup of season 2.
But wait, man's like, the cryo, it's for me. I'm gonna come out a couple of months, make sure everything is working well, and then go back.
He doesn't trust anybody to run it the way he wants.
Like, don't you train someone? He was like, no. He's gonna do everything himself, man. That was so cool, Maji. I'm not gonna lie, it was so cool.
He's a very straightforward man. But do you agree with his methods? Netflix has been tweeting for like the past 2 days about episode 5. Episode 5 and You Are Bugs. What do you think about Judgment Day, dismantling it with the nanofibers?
My guy, that scene was horror, pure horror. I've seen horror movies, and I'm always like, horror movies to me are not even horror as much as this was, because this was, it was pure horror. First thing, the host got caught. My guy was trying to figure out what was going on. The next thing, my guy was sliced. I was like, what the hell?
There's no way he didn't feel that before he died.
They're like, this is not working. He's like, don't worry. She was like, it's working.
It's working.
The entire thing. I know I told you. I was like, can't you just like send an elite force to go in there, kill those that resist? They didn't have any soldiers there with them or anything.
And that time, they didn't even know about the Sophons.
It's now, like, can't you just do like something like that? But bro, kids died. It was so ruthless.
1,000 people.
It was so ruthless. I'm not gonna lie. It was just.
It's just like the ends justify the means. That was basically we found the hard drive.
Yeah, but what if the hard drive was also slashed as well as part of the.
Good question.
But then again, I feel
they must have spaced it evenly.
The Santi knew from the beginning that this was how it was going to be.
They abandoned them.
Because they abandoned them, and they also left a message in the hard drive quietly. Just that was it too, God. And what else? I was going to say something about and what she did by releasing all the the
proprietary data on
nanofibers. I feel that was stupid.
In my opinion, too.
That was very stupid because that's right now it's in good hands. That's in the wrong hands. You have no idea what's going to happen.
Mixed bag.
Look, that looks like a very cool weapon, by the way.
Yeah.
Shoot it and nobody's
a weapon you can't see. Like, look, think of all the applications, man. You could use it to make nanofiber Kevlars. It will catch bullets before it ever reaches anybody, I mean, that's what they used to launch Will into space. Imagine other applications, man.
Oh, that was so cool, though, by the way. Like, that was...
The sail.
For that small, tiny mistake.
Okay, my heart sank.
At first, I was happy. Oh, this is... When it started... When they were talking about it, I was like, how? Like, first of all, how did they get the nuclear power, like, into space
separated evenly, right?
Yeah, like, first of all, I don't want to start thinking about how they did all of that. I don't know if they sent them earlier or they've always been there, But then again, when they sent the probe and it was just going, I was like, oh, this is actually very smart.
And just incredibly brilliant.
Yeah, and it was just going. I was like, yes, this is good. But that tiny mistake, when that thing just... I think I was in the living room when that shit happened. I was like, no.
I felt pain. I felt this was the one chance. I still don't know how that whole thing was going to work out. They'll get Will, rebuilding, and somehow
They
he
just
has
had this.
to,
They just have this idea that the Santi obviously will have the tech to build
to rebuilding.
You know,
It's just assumptions, man. And
yeah,
nature
a lot
said
of
assumptions kill.
You know, but I was just like, that's so cool. But still, I just still have this feeling that this guy is gonna survive somehow.
Yeah,
he has a bigger role to play in the.
They just can't waste him like that. It would be so unfair to a character, you know. Just he's floating. To take 10,000 years before he leaves the Milky Way.
But yo, my guys, 400 years. That's 4 centuries before they would reach. How advanced do you think tech would be? How advanced do you think things would be?
We would have gone so far into the future as the human race, but now that cell phones have messed up everything, and
it's very difficult for them to advance.
Exactly, we can't even have. If we had like the energy to create a cell phone of our own,
to at least like an
match up.
antivirus.
Yeah, like an antivirus.
Or I think that's what they should even be thinking of doing, actually.
That's what, but you can't do it anymore. I mean, all particles, the only way we know how to combine or charge particles on that scale is using a particle accelerator.
And that's
the first thing they went after. They were like, "Oh, this dude might be able to create a cell phone like us. Let's go after their basis in science." You know, we've understood everything, but now we're trying to understand the makeup of the universe, and we need particle accelerators to do this. So let's fuck that shit up. That's what they said.
Nah, it's. Also, I'm so curious to know how they look as well, like the Santi.
Yeah, she said
so
you wouldn't like the way we look. It might be little green men.
That would be funny. It has to be so cool, man. I just want to know.
Oh man,
I just want to know, like, man, like when a body of work prompts you to check out the original,
to go to the source,
like that is when you know something is extremely good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nobody has to tell you. You'd be like, oh, I really need to know, because I don't know how long it's gonna take for them to make a second season. You know,
yeah, might take you a while.
Yeah, they spent like, is it 20 million per episode or something?
No way. That's more than Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I heard it's very expensive. That and right now it's no longer top like number 1 in the US. So it's like number 2 or something. And
wow,
that might also be like a reason for Netflix to cancel. But then again, that is not like the only criteria as well. You know, there are other stuff that they look out. Maybe
the show worked out well, man. I mean, it went from, I remember seeing it at 6.9. And throughout the course of us watching it, it went all the way to 8.0 or something like that. Okay. And then we have giants like Hideo Kojima watching it and dropping a whole ass review on it, you know. It's just that influential. Let's see what it's rated at the moment.
7.7.
7.7. If you
I don't know. I feel it's not even properly rated.
It's not. I feel some people that might rate it badly are the people that do not understand it, or they're like, what the hell is this? Or those people that might have been thrown off by Tatiana killing Sam, you know. Yeah, definitely. It was just a good show.
Well, let me check.
I can't wait.
Check the audience rating for Rotten, obviously to be more.
Yeah, I can't wait to get
81.
into the book. Honestly, I can't wait because I'll let you guys know how it goes.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, that's it, my guys. If you have the time, in fact, find the time. Go and watch it.
Definitely.
It's a blessing to humanity at this moment.
It is. Funny how the Chinese version came out last year, Tree Body. So might watch that as well. It's on YouTube if anyone's wondering. Yeah. Just
get the full picture. I want to spoil it for myself by reading the books. You know. And just know what to expect, but it's amazing stuff.
Yeah, we definitely recommend. If you're looking for something to watch for like next two, once you get in and you like it, you're hooked. So 2 to 3 days, you're fine. 1 or 2 days, don't finish. 1 or 2 days if you're like crazy overnight.
Like this.
Yeah. Anything more on that?
No, I think that's it, man.
Oh, we didn't praise the actors. They did an excellent job. Like everyone, you think for smart people they won't be able to display emotion, but they were just well-rounded characters. Even Saul, who is so smart, was still a junkie at the same time, which I did not understand. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say for now.
400 years later. Now what they're gonna do? Because I want to see how this is gonna end.
Man, it's ridiculous.
Or would Will meet another race that would want to help them fight against the Santa?
Maybe.
And then they will destroy the Santa before they get to Earth.
Or the Santa run out of fuel before they
They
get
run out of fuel. Just they know what they're doing. They left some people in their planet, and then some are coming to Earth.
If one of us survives, all of us survives. They've gone through so much that they just believe as long as our race survives, we'll be fine.
I really like the fact that, in as much as they're advanced, you're not saying something like we have a ship that will just do some warp speed. We just appear on Earth, and then it's time to fight. It's so cool.
Yeah, it is.
It makes it very believable, you know.
And even giving us that time. I keep saying us because I'm actually taking the story personally. I'm taking the story very personally. They even gave us time to prepare for their coming.
Yeah.
We'll be here in 400 years, guys. Get to it. We'll give you a handicap, but get to it. Can't wait to meet you.
Yeah.
No. I finished the show and I was like, NASA, stop. Stop what you're doing.
Nah, I really loved it.
Definitely.
I really loved it. So you guys watch it.
And enjoy. Well, that was this episode of Popcorn. If you liked it, then feel free to give us all the goodies. Subscribe, share to your family and friends. Follow us on Instagram at POV.CORN. That is at POV.CON. And join us on Twitter. We've been getting a lot of hype on Twitter recently at POVCORN_. That's POVCORN_. And we can't wait to hear from you guys. Yeah? Peace. The clap.